these two borders of Iran.
Absolutely,
Shall
because we just had, 2-3 days ago, we had a statement from Trump itself, and he was calling to the people of apparent Kurdistan to stand up against the regime of Iran. So that's his official statement. So, like you mentioned, that he is trying to raise up this another front to have some kind of boots on the ground to make that civil instability inside the country as well. But let me introduce some other information that is coming in regarding this developing situation. The Kuwaiti air defenses are currently confronting hostile missile and drone attacks, and the General Staff of the Army of Kuwait has noted that if explosion sounds are heard, they are the result of air defense systems intercepting the hostile attacks. Kuwait Army has requested everyone to adhere to the security and safety instructions that have been issued by the competent authorities. All right, so this is regarding Kuwait. Mr. Dwivedi, we are seeing Kuwait also under attack. It's seeing a lot of drones and missile strikes. It's trying to assure its citizens that they are doing everything they can to make sure that the air defense systems intercept all these missiles and drones.
Well, I think collateral damage has always been the order of the day as far as the super terror and terror actors are concerned. Now, I personally, if you look at through the American or the Western perspective of insurgency and terrorism, I'm using these words interchangeably, then we are not saying that it's terrorism, what Iran does. Something which they call as super terrorism. There is a difference between terrorism and super terrorism, wherein a state is attacking people, innocent lives, and the Geneva Convention somewhere or the other come into play. But we have to remember that as far as the war is concerned, there are no rights or wrongs, or there are no straight-jacketed whites and blacks as far as war and love are concerned. This is considered to be one of the dictums and practices involved as far as the fact when two countries or a group of countries go to war with each other, or a flock of them do it together. Now, as far as the Kuwaiti information is concerned, I just remember that in 1991, the Saddam Hussein's forces, they went all the way into the Kuwait city. Kuwait was occupied, and they really harmed the citizens who had no other option but to bear that transgression on their lives and livelihood. And one incident which I have already reiterated happens to be that the Iraqi forces entered a few hospitals and they went to the maternity wards, and there were incubators. It seems very gory, dark and ghoulish, but I am still saying it. The incubators were disconnected from their power supplies. The incubators were broken up, which caused misery to the entire families as far as Kuwait is concerned. And in 1991 also, because that is a benchmark, that is supposed to be a historicity which we cannot leave behind. The oil refineries were also attacked, and all the oil refineries and oil location installations and other places, they were set to fire. So I personally feel that the question now remains is that because the Americans and the Israelis are either they are wary of involving themselves in a kind of a boots on ground situation or a scenario, or they want to finish it off with the taking out strategy of the Americans and with the shock and awe strategy of Americans. That is not clear as far as the 8th or the 9th day of the war is concerned.
I apologize, Mr. Dwivedi, for interrupting you, but unfortunately we've run out of time to discuss this pertinent issue.